It's looking spicy.
We in here. It's your girl. Yes, you know, throw all the bombs. It's your girl, Mina Mendoza. Little girl, big personality. Queen of Spice. We here. It's Thursday. It's 7 o'clock. It's prime time. You already know. So
It's looking spicy.
that part. So what we're gonna do right now, we have extra special spicy guests with us. I'm gonna go ahead and introduce y'all to Action Figure. Yes. He's like, let me flex the muscles. Let me flex the muscles.
Nah, that's the pose.
That's the
pose.
pose.
That's the pose.
That's the pose.
Yeah.
Yo, I love it though. I love it. So
Thank you,
Action
thank you.
Figure.
Yes.
Action Figure. So I guess I don't know, like we're gonna jump into the interview, but before we jump into it, how you feeling?
I'm feeling good. My new album is out, Wrestling School.
Okay.
It's been a long time coming on that, so I'm really excited about that. There's
Okay.
a lot of exciting things going on right now, so
Okay.
happy to be here.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? I was actually in the area yesterday because you got the dates mixed up. So that
I
was kinda
did.
funny.
I did.
Yeah.
It's all right though.
It's all good. We made
We're
it happen.
here.
We back.
We're here.
Yeah.
All right. So Action Figure. So I guess, like I said, we're gonna jump into the interview.
Let's do it.
And also everybody that's watching the show right now or just jumping on. I know we started off like a little bit late, but definitely feel free to ask us questions. Like jump into the chat room, ask us questions, especially if you have any questions that are different from mine. I will be looking at the chat room, answering those for you. So, you know, show the love. And if you're curious about something, ask it. Just saying. I do see some people in the check-in already. So, you know, let's see what people are saying right now. Because now I'm curious. I'm like, oh, okay. They started with the questions early. Let's go. All right, shout out to Chrissy J. Okay, shout out to Matt. Shout out to wait, hold on. I feel like Matt, you have so many projects going on. I'm like, you got Hood. Marv, help me out here. Hood Famous. Then we have Afternoon FM Podcast. The Pattersonian. So shout out to y'all. Definitely check him out. Yeah. So let's get started with this show. Let's get started. So Action Figure. I'm curious. Why the name? I have a lot of questions for you, first of all. But that was my first one. Like, why Action Figure?
Why Action Figure? One, is always funny. I always tell people, like, I'm just a man of action.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So everything I do, you know, it takes action. It takes action to, you know, get up in the morning. It takes action to, you know, make beats, write rhymes, you know.
That's true.
Reach out to people. Yeah, right? You know, so one day, man, when I first started making beats, a homie of mine was like, you know, I went under a different name, a whole different iteration.
Are you able to share it?
Nah.
Okay, so we're keeping that in
Yeah.
the past.
That's in the past.
Okay.
We're Action Figure now, you know.
Okay.
So I had made a beat for a homie, and he was like, "Yo, should I put this name or something else?" And I was like, "Yo, just put it as Action Figure."
Okay.
And you know, I just thought it was just funny. I thought it was just a funky name. You know what I'm saying? I collect action figures. I'm a comic book head. You know, I'm into like nostalgia and different things like that. So
Any specific action figures that you collect, or is it all types?
all types, different things. So it could be
Okay.
X-Men figures, you know, Marvel toys.
Oh, nice.
You know, WWE, WWF toys. You know what I'm saying? Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. I'm still a big
Okay.
kid. I'm a big kid at heart. You know.
Yes,
Yeah,
I love
so
that.
just the name action figure, I just thought it was just different, and I just thought like rap names are ridiculous. So you know what I'm saying? Like there's rappers, you know, there's a rapper out there named Eminem. I don't know if anybody ever heard of him. You know,
You're
so
funny.
yeah. So you
Okay.
know, like Method Man. You know, so I was like, yo,
Okay.
let's bring an action figure to hip hop.
I mean, there's no wrong answer to making a name. You just have to make the name work. That's the whole point. Give it life, you know, make it make sense.
Absolutely. And I think it all comes together really well when you hear everything. And, yeah.
I love it. Yeah. So I am curious, when you were going through that other persona that we will not name, were you still with the same style? Like, did it include the mask, or was that something that came with action figure? Yeah,
that's what came with action figure. So the idea behind the mask is obviously it's a little MF Doom inspired. You know what I'm saying? And the ideology behind him wearing the mask, as far as, you know, looking at just hip hop as, you know, instead of looking at it as a product, or, you know, they're trying to sell it as to what they're trying to sell the look as to what it sounds like.
Yeah.
And to me, I felt that the mask would make people pay attention to the music more. So now you don't got a face to it. Now your imagination runs wild. You know what I mean?
I like that.
Yeah.
I like that a lot. I'm not gonna lie, and definitely, like, when I was peeping through your Instagram, that was like one of the first things that grabbed my attention. I was like, oh shit, like, he's really wearing this mask the whole time. Mm-hmm. That's really cool. I think that's really dope.
Yeah.
Now, I got a question for you later. I guess I could ask it now. Would this mask ever come off?
Nah, I'm having too much fun with it. I like it. It's mad fun, you know what I'm saying? Like, I've gone to shows and
he gone to show and unmasked.
I've gone to shows. I've gone to shows and been unmasked and just been the guy in the crowd. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
And showing love to people. And shout out to CC Camacho.
But do you say that you're action figure?
Nah.
Okay, that is a secret.
Yeah.
So it's like some Superman shit.
Yeah.
Okay.
100%. So shout out to CC Camacho, man. She did a show with my homie Kibo Hidi, and I showed her hella love, and I was like, yo, I didn't get to see your performance.
Yeah.
And she was like, yo, you were there? I was like, yeah, but I wasn't wearing the mask.
Ooh.
So she was like, oh shit. Like, now she's like, wait. Like, now I'm trying to figure out who the fuck you were.
Man of mystery.
Wait, can I curse?
You can, yes.
Oh, okay, cool. So she was trying to figure out who I was and shit. So she was like, yo, she's like, that's crazy that you could just do that.
I think that's dope as fuck.
Yeah, it's fun. Yeah.
All right, so what year was Action Figure born then? Was this recent?
Okay, so this is how I kind of tell the
like,
story.
how long have we been building this persona?
The name has been around since maybe 2016, but I wasn't doing anything with music. Like, I had did music up until a certain point and stopped.
Okay.
And it came down to 2022, so I was doing something else. I had another endeavor that I was doing, and it was around the time that I was getting married.
Oh.
So at the time, my wife was like, yo, I want you to enjoy the process of being married, of getting married, getting married. So she was like, you know, do something else that isn't that.
Yeah.
And I hadn't made a beat in a while, and I just made a beat, and then I kept making more beats, and to the point that, like, when I got married, I did the beat that I came down the aisle to and shit.
Okay.
Yeah, so but yeah, so I was making beats and and I was doing like a solo project. One of the things when I started making beats was I always wanted to produce a solo project for myself.
Okay.
So I ended up doing the project, and I ended up never releasing it. You know what I mean? I ended up not releasing it. What happened was the whole project was just me rapping on my beats, and then I decided to get a feature. And when I got that feature, it kind of was like, you know what? I'd rather do a compilation than do the solo project. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So it's been around since 2022, and like, if you followed me on Instagram since the beginning, if you go look at my page from the beginning, it's all beats. I didn't reveal nothing of myself.
Yeah.
Not a picture of myself, not a video of myself, nothing.
Okay.
It was just straight up beats. So you know,
so
I made my bones straight up off of my beats being good.
Okay. So 2016 Action Figure was born, but Action Figure didn't truly start shining till 2022.
He didn't start doing anything until 2022.
Okay, so he was just chilling.
He
was not in action.
Yeah, he was not in action.
He was chilling with Mrs. Action Figure.
Yeah.
Okay, because I was like, you got married. That's what it is. You needed to.
I see what you did there.
That part. So like, you needed to, you know, enjoy married life, and I love that because.
Well, no, I enjoyed the process of getting married. Yeah,
but still,
so
like,
everything leading up. So like, I would make beats at night. You know what I'm saying?
Then that's okay.
Yeah.
But I love that.
It was a hobby. It started off as a hobby, and it's just like, I'll tell people this: like, I haven't started taking anything serious.
Yeah.
Really since I did Wrestling School,
Okay.
which is my second album that I just did. Mind you, I tell people I've only been outside with the mask on, everything since February
Damn.
of this year. So
it's still fairly new, but it's getting more like report, more awareness, all that.
Well, there's like a whole folklore to me, and I didn't know this until one day. I had a homie of mine that's a producer also, and he sold me a tape. And he was like, "Yo, I haven't seen you in a while. What you been up to?" And I was like, "Yo, I've been doing music." And he was like, "Oh, so what's your name?" I was like, "Action Figure." And he was like, stopped, and he was like, "Hold up." He's like, "So you're Action Figure?" He's like, "You're the one with the page with the lucha mask on the default and all that." He's like, "And it's just all beats." He's like, "That's you." I was like, "Yeah." He's like, "There's people right now that have been trying to figure out who you are."
Who is
Yeah,
this
yeah, yeah.
person?
So he was saying that like around the underground and around the scene, there was people that was trying to figure out who I was.
Okay. So that's what I'm saying. You're getting
100%.
some clout with this, and I'm here for it.
But again, it was just off of beats. It wasn't off of anything else. It wasn't like I said, not until I popped out and came out with the mask and everything was in February, and I did a show at the Secret Pour. Shout out to my homie Poet who puts on this dope ass event at Secret Pour.
So we're gonna get into that because I don't want to give all the gems all at once.
Okay,
you know, let's
I
build
got you.
into it.
I got you.
I
got you.
So, all right. So we talked a little bit about how you created this name, how long this person has been creating, I guess, this persona for yourself and making sure that it's strong.
Yeah.
My next question is like, when it comes to your music though, if you had to put yourself in a specific genre of rap, what does that look like so that the people that haven't heard your music, I guess, could see what that's like?
The only way I could describe my beats is imagine yourself just in an opium den.
An opium den?
Yeah, like an opium den.
Clarify that. What do you mean by that?
Like just think of just
Yeah, I was like, what do you mean? There's so
just
many
think
ways
of-
to look at that.
Just think of just a drug-fueled day. Think about it like that.
What type of drug? I'm like, wait, this could go so many ways.
It could be your drug of choice.
Okay.
For instance, I like
but
to
are
smoke
we
weed.
relaxed or are we stressed out?
Nah, we chilling.
Okay,
we chilling,
okay.
but there's a griminess to it, but there's also a hint of beauty in it.
Okay.
There's is like my shit is art. I hate to say I hate to be that guy, but I'm gonna say it like the beats are art and the beats are worldly, and most people that make beats or do boom bap beats, they sample soul music. I don't just sample soul music. I'm out in the spectrum. I'm listening to music from other countries.
I love that.
I'm listening to like Russian shit. I'm listening to like Japanese jazz and like you know what I'm saying, Japanese erotica music. Japanese jazz.
Okay.
Japanese jazz and Japanese erotica music and all of that shit.
All right.
Yeah.
So we can't really put ourselves in a box yet,
Nah.
but it's dope music.
It's dope music.
Okay, love that.
It
I'll
is.
definitely take that. I like that introduction. I like how you feel with it. Yeah, that's really cool. So we're talking about, we tried to put you to see what genre this would be.
It's
So
hip
now-
hop, but
Okay.
it's, you know what I'm saying?
So let's talk about action figures influences. Who are your influences in music? Like, why is it that you decided to do hip hop? Because you could have done rock. You could have done anything you wanted, but you chose hip hop. Why?
mean-
like, who inspired you?
I mean, when I first started listening to hip hop, I was listening to Biggie. I was at that age.
Rest in peace.
Yeah, rest in peace. So like my favorite rappers are like Nas, Prodigy, Jay-Z, Biggie, but you know what I'm saying? But I like underground shit like Necro, Rock Mossy, Euro Drew, Sean Price, like I'm listening to like different things, but my favorite rapper is Prodigy from Mobb Deep.
Rest in peace.
Rest in peace. Yeah.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
Damn, Prodigy, he's a very dope human being. Definitely spits a lot of knowledge.
Absolutely.
Has a lot of history within
Absolutely.
himself, and I feel like was
Absolutely.
gone too soon.
Absolutely.
Way too soon.
Absolutely.
But
I almost met him.
Really?
So, yeah.
How?
So I
How
was
you
at
almost met him?
So I was at the first Griselda show at Webster Hall,
Okay.
and Prodigy popped up.
Oh shit.
And then he walked right by me, and I was like, "Damn."
Did you have the mask?
No mask.
Damn,
No
I feel like
mask.
if you would have had the mask.
Nah. So what happened was I fucked up. So
What
he
happened?
dipped, and I was like, "Damn, yo, I should go outside and get a picture with Prodigy." And then I was like, by the time I went outside, I saw him. He was all the way up the block. And then 2 weeks later, he died. And I kicked myself in the ass for that one.
Oh,
Yeah,
shit.
yeah, that shit really hurt. But yeah.
Damn.
Yeah,
okay.
yeah.
I mean, you didn't fuck up on purpose. It just happened like that.
Yeah. Life, man. Life. But that same night, I met Rock Marcy. So,
Okay.
You know, and I met Westside too. And like, I know, yeah.
I mean, it wasn't all that bad, but I see where you're coming from. That being
But
like your number one inspiration.
That was the last time. Like, I've only seen Prodigy perform like a handful of times.
Yeah.
And yeah, so when I saw him pop out, I was like, oh shit.
Okay.
And it was in this like intimate setting. It was the basement of Webster Hall. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know if you ever been to shows down there. It's
Webster
like,
Hall, yeah.
Like the big
But not
Webster
for
Hall?
like hip hop shows. I've been there for like raves.
Okay.
So like
yeah,
raves.
they're not in the
Not
basement.
so much
then
that,
you're
but
in
I've
the-
been to like other events where like they've had hip hop shows and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
So I know the type of environment that they look for and what they want it to be. Because at the
Yeah.
end of the day, it's all about embracing the music and what's being said. You know,
Absolutely.
I feel like when crowds get rowdy and they start fights, that's not what we're looking for.
Absolutely.
Because then the party shut down, and we don't want that. You know.
Absolutely. Nah. Hell no.
So one thing I do feel like from hip hop shows is that there's a community,
Mm-hmm.
you know, a community that wants to see the person, wants to see the artist, but also a networking community. You know what I mean? You meet other, like how you mentioned, there's other artists that were in there. Like, it's a dope vibe. It's a dope vibe. So I love all shows. Now I want to dig deeper love into, I know you said the mask will never come off.
No.
But why a luchador mask? Because this is a specific like mask. You could have been Batman. You could have been. You could have just had like a. I don't know what you call those. Like what I guess Robin has. Like from.
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean? It's
know
just
what you
like
mean.
that thing.
Yeah.
Why a lucha? Because that's what it is. Luchador mask, right? A
mask,
luchador
yeah.
wrestling mask.
Yeah.
Why?
So it comes from different things. So obviously I'm a wrestling head. I love wrestling. I love pro wrestling. One of my favorite wrestlers is Rey Mysterio Jr. So he wears the mask, and at a point in time he did take it off. But so it all goes back to my wife, because she was like, yo, you know, if you're gonna do this music, she's like, I wish you could release it with it, like you release the music, but it's not you that releases the music.
Yeah.
And that idea like ran in my head, and I was like, how could I release the music but not me release the music? And then the idea of the luchador mask came. I'm Puerto Rican.
Okay.
That's also
that was gonna be my next question. Are we Latino based or like?
So 100%.
Are we just supporting the Latino community?
100%. So luchadors and wrestling in general is a big part of our culture. So luchadors is also deeply rooted in Puerto Rico as well.
I didn't know that.
Yeah,
I thought it was more of a Mexican.
No, for the most part, but there's Japanese luchadors.
What?
There's
I had no idea about that.
Yeah.
Okay.
You gotta look up like
gotta
Tiger
get
Mask
cultured.
and Jushin Liger. You know, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, Ultimo Dragon. Yeah.
A liger.
Jushin Thunder Liger is his name.
I'm like, the only time I've ever heard liger was in Napoleon Dynamite.
Nah, yeah.
I was like, wait. So is this a lion and a tiger, or is this just a name?
Nah, that's just his name. That's just his
Okay.
name. But
I was like, a
cool
liger.
Mask. You got a cool ass mask.
I gotta look. I gotta look
into.
into that. I gotta look into that. Okay, so quick question: is it comfortable?
Super.
Really?
Yeah.
Do you sweat in there?
I do.
I was like, I'm looking at your mask right now. I'm like, it just looks so secure.
So there was a homie of mine that was like, he was like, yo, so summer's coming up, man. What are you gonna do? I was like, yo, I dedicated myself to it, so I'm gonna do it. And the sweat wasn't that bad. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't. I had another mask that I did wear one time that I did sweat through, and that was disgusting. But but outside of that, yeah.
Okay.
But like I said, I'm dedicated to it, so yeah.
Okay.
Like that mask was glistening at the end of the night. Yeah. Like I retired that mask.
Okay.
I won't wear that mask again.
And is it different color luchador mask, or are we sticking just to always blue?
So what it is, man, I've gone through different iterations, and it just so happens that this blue one has been the iconic one.
Because that's the one I've seen a lot. So I was like, is there a color that we choose?
So in the beginning, the first one that I wore was specifically to match an outfit that I was wearing, and it was the it was an American flag.
Okay.
And then the eagle was like right here around it.
Yeah.
So that was like my oldest thing, you know what I'm saying, at Great American Bash. And that's what I first popped up out as. And then I got another one, which is a green one that has teeth. And I had like, went through like, did like a battle and different things with that mask. So that was like my war mask. And then that's the one I ended up sweating through and then retired. And then my wife went to Mexico and I was like, yo, find a mask. And it just so happens that she had got this mask and it was the most comfortable mask and it's been the easiest mask to perform in. Like I performed in the other mask, like rapping, and they weren't good live. It was terrible. But this has been the best one, so
okay.
Shout outs to her.
Shout out to wifey.
Hell yeah.
Shout out to Mrs. Action Figure.
Yes.
Okay. So, did you ever buy your wife a mask? Would she ever wear a mask?
So yeah. So
like
that's
if your
been the
guys
thing.
pop out.
Yeah. So
like I feel like she has to protect her.
Yeah. So
self too, you know, because that could give it
funny.
away.
So I got a funny story. So when I did my first show, there was somebody in the crowd that had known me previously from back in the day.
Oh shit.
And hit me up and was like on some like Ocean's 11, like he thought he cracked Ocean's 11.
Get out of
and
here.
to the point that he sent me pictures of me and my wife. So after that, it was like kind of weird, and the dude was like being really weird about it, and I had to tell like my peoples about him, like, yo son, like yo bro, like tell him to chill. Like he like cool he knows, but relax.
Why you being weird to me?
Exactly. So then you know, so from there, wifey stopped coming to shows.
Really?
But yeah, so now 2024, she's coming out masked up. So
that's what I was gonna say. It's gotta happen.
Yeah.
It's kind of like your weakness. You know what I mean? Not that like, you know what I mean is just like you gotta protect your whole persona, your family, everything.
Yeah.
So if you have a baby's getting masked up too.
Hell
Yo,
yeah.
that would be crazy though.
Hell yeah.
Because I don't know anybody who has done that.
Nah.
You gotta be the first.
Yeah.
Action
there's
figure
a couple,
family.
Like one of my homies
Yo,
out there.
for real?
I got a homie that wears a mask named Gustavo Luis, who's based out of Long Island. That's my homie.
Okay.
But there's people that have I've seen it. Like it's kind of lame that I've seen it, but I've seen a bunch of people trying to come out now as like luchadors, and there's some that are like there's a dude like from out of Cali that like one of my peoples knows, and I was like, cool. Obviously he done it before me, but there's people that have started like trying to adopt the luchador mask thing, and it's a little lame. And me and Gustavo, we just did a song to kind of put an end to that.
Oh, what's the name of that song?
It's Andre the Giant. It's on Skip the Kids project.
Oh shit.
Yeah. So it's a really historical song.
Would you mind sharing a little snippet of Andre the Giant?
It's on DSPs. You can look for that. Let people look it up. I want people to look it up.
Okay.
Yeah.
And Andre the Giant being a reference to WWF.
Andre the Giant legend. Yeah.
That person I do know. I think they died young too because of their condition. But
yeah, because when you're a giant that big, it's
just not good.
Yeah. Health wise, it's not good. They deteriorate faster.
Okay, so shout out to you creating Andre the Giant. Now, is this song in wrestling
wrestling school?
Wrestling school?
Nah. So no, it's on Skip the Kids project called Managers.
Okay.
So he featured me and Gustavo, and it was at a good time because people were trying to pit me and him against each other, and
oh shit,
it was never like it was like kind of foul. So we did that song to kind of like put an end to that. So that's why it's a really dope song.
gain control.
Yeah.
Because
so now,
it's like everything was going not the way it should be.
Yeah, because that's the homie. So you know what I mean? Like me and Gustavo, like that's like he's all on wrestling school. He's got 3 joints on wrestling school. You know what I mean? Like,
okay, love that. And are we all Jersey based? Because I know.
Nah, so I got a crew that I'm down with, and we Jersey based, and we got one homie from out of 2 homies actually out of New York. Shout out to my people's Wolverine, who's a young producer. He's a young guy that I took under the wing, and you know we got a project coming too. That's like the next stuff that we like ushering in after wrestling school.
Love that.
Yeah.
Okay, I do got a question from you from the check-in. First of all, we got a little bit of love. Shout out to Giovanni. Coming out here with the big vibes, big action figure. Also, shout out to Vegan Wine. Shout out to Vegan Wine out there in Neptune. And I am going to ask that question because I feel like I haven't asked that question in a while. So Vegan Wine is a guest that comes on to my show in the chat room.
Okay.
And one of the infamous questions that we do ask each guest, you know, I haven't asked it in a while, is what's your favorite sandwich? But Vegan Wine ask him how he eats sandwiches in that mask.
I mean,
Have you tried?
I've eaten food through the mask, and I try not to. I do one of these like kind of like pull-ups in certain times.
Okay.
So I do one of those. I do a little, like a little.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Oh damn! I was like, yo, that's all we getting. That's a lot of skin right now. It's a lot. All right. So Action Figure, I got a question though. What is Action Figure's favorite sandwich? What's your go-to sandwich?
Damn. So I mean, what is there? Are we allowed? Are we trying to get hot sandwiches?
Anything, but what's your go-to sandwich? No matter what, is like your number one sandwich.
If it's cold cuts, it's ham and cheese and mayonnaise. It's simple. If we got a hot grill, then we going chicken parm. Yeah, we're going chicken parm. If we're in New York, we're going chopped cheese.
Chopped cheese.
And hit the ox.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Fire. All right, y'all got it.
Bacon, egg, and cheese, you know what I'm saying? For breakfast, you know what I mean?
For real. Salt, pepper, ketchup. Let's
Absolutely.
go. Let's go.
From the ox as well.
So, I guess if you can share a snippet of some of your music, would you mind sharing a little something, something?
I can. So you want me to rap right now?
A little bit something,
I spit my favorite joint. That's.
And now, our feature presentation.
Damn, hold up. What was it again?
It's all right.
Hold on a second.
It's all
I'm
right.
gonna look it up.
We getting ready. Yo, I put Action Figure on the spot. My bad, my friend.
Yeah. Nah, it's all good. It's all good. It's all good. Let's see. Which one is it? Which one?
Is this off?
Okay. We good.
All right, let's go.
Yo, you rap niggas kill me. Gave the sample to Wolf, he sent it back filthy. Y'all niggas production corny like the beat on the millie. Hold up.
You know what? Let's run that back.
Hold up.
Let's run that back.
You rap niggas kill me. Gave the sample to Wolf, he sent it back filthy. Y'all niggas production corny like the beat on the millie. Can't listen to y'all rappers, got me giving myself a wet willy. Faces of action, going 3 rounds like Foley at the Rumble. Told niggas what I was about to do and did it on the humble. I watched pressure make the best crumble. My work ethic, a beautiful hustle. Got a valet and gorilla loosening her facial muscles. Gonna be a slobber knocker. You hear the pop like Orville Redenbacher. They hear my shit, they like Goldberg going head first into a metal locker. Rappers wanna be my mascot like the gobbledygooker. These young bucks wanna be rockers in the ECW arena. Like look how far hip hop took us. Flexing on wolf shit. I'm stronger than Harlem Heat put together. No ideas original, we still did it better. You see the gold nameplate on the leather. Underhanded tactics. I'm using brass knuckles like Floyd Mayweather. In my world, your favorite rapper, a panhandler. In my cipher, the L get passed like Spike Dudley. I'm godly, you niggas taking shots like Brandon Lee. I see y'all niggas, y'all got no drive like Danny Lee. With my trajectory, Drink Champ's gonna have to give me a whole garden B. My niggas are my favorite rappers, y'all other niggas not coming close. Production wise, y'all not fucking with me, War, Wolf, Lido, or Os. Life is shit, getting head of my Action Figure pose.
Hey!
Let me get that one a second.
That was fire. That was fire. Thank you for sharing that. And I love that. I feel like based off the inspirations that you shared with us, I could see how you keep some of those spirits alive with your music. I get real like old school Humpty Dumpty vibes, but I also get like, I don't know, it's dope. It comes off like, I feel like you would tell a dope ass story in your song.
Yeah. So I like coming up, like I got a comic book coming that's based off of a song.
Really?
Yeah.
You're just doing a lot.
2024.
Let's go.
I've been telling people like low key, like I'm drilling shit 2024.
I love that. So
I'm
you
coming
have
out swinging 2024.
So you have a comic book of just you Action Figure, or like you?
It's a story song. So it's based off of a song that's coming out on a project.
Are you able to share the song?
Yeah, it's called Analog Antics. It's produced by my homie Ned Schimmelfinney. We're doing a project called Sui Generis. And the word sui generis is a Latin word for extremely unique.
Sui
Sui generis.
generis. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So this comic book,
Uh-huh.
I'm curious because I've never met someone that has had a comic book on them before. I actually think that's really cool.
Yeah.
How did this, like, whose idea was this? Like, when did you think, like, how did make this come alive? I mean, I love it. I love it.
So I got a homie that knows how to put together comic books.
Okay.
He actually taught my guy Poet, who's the other MC/producer that I'm working with.
Mm-hmm.
So he's put out comic books previously based off of music.
Yeah.
So when we did when we started doing a project together, so we did I'm producing and rapping. I'm producing for him, excuse me, and he's producing for me. So we swapped. So I gave him my beats, he gave me his beats, and we're doing a project like that. So
Okay.
it's back and forth. So we have story songs on the project. So he did a story song on one of my beats, and I did a story song on one of his.
I love that.
And the artist is named Oog, who's based out of New York. He did some stuff with like Method Man and like people like that.
Okay,
So, yeah,
Hollywood. Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
A little something, you know what I mean?
Little
Like,
something.
We're investing, you know what I'm saying?
I
We're,
love
we're
that.
investing heavily, and we're putting, things behind the words. We're putting money behind things, and the product is gonna show. And yeah.
Okay. So I gotta come into my next question, and this is a fun question because there's truly no right or wrong answer. It's just based off your creativity and what you want. So I'm gonna give you this coaster, but we're gonna pretend, action figure, that this coaster is a American Express black platinum card with no restrictions, meaning you're not gonna owe the money back.
Yeah.
But there is a con to this situation. You only have 24 hours to spend what you want to spend in this card. And then at 12 o'clock it's gone.
Yeah.
So again, no right or wrong answer. It's just, we want to see how your mind works given this beautiful opportunity. Like, I feel like everybody treats this situation different. So I'm going to pass you the card. And,
Literally,
and you
I
share
would
with
pay
us.
all of my family members' bills.
Okay.
Get everybody out of debt. Everybody start over.
Love that.
That would be the first thing. You know what I'm saying? Get my mom's a new crib, obviously. But it would have to be something that I could be able to afford after, because I'm not going to have the card in 24 hours.
Exactly.
So it has to be something modest in the 973, as Drake would say, you know what I'm saying? But outside of that, besides the regular stuff, I mean, I would just put up money to invest into things. Like, probably get a weed brand, get a strain.
Okay.
Little Lucha Libre runts.
That'd be cool.
You know what I mean?
Lucha Libre Vunts. I like that.
Yeah.
I was gonna say, you could even get like Versace to design you a fucking.
I would go with Ralph.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, you could get
Ralph.
anybody.
Yeah, I want to model Ralph one day.
Okay.
You know what I mean? That's the goal.
So the
that's a
Ralph
goal too.
Polo,
I want to.
who we actually are wearing right now. Little Ralph Lauren action.
Act low.
So wait, I gotta get into that. Well, actually, finish your grants because we only got 24 hours, and then I'm asking my next question.
Yeah, man. So I'm probably gonna buy a gang of polo. I'm gonna try to end world hunger as much as I possibly can.
I love that.
I am
We
going
humble.
to try to. I would probably buy property, a lot of things in Puerto Rico.
Okay.
Buy it back and sell
I
it
mean, you
back
could
to
buy
people
the
for
island
that.
if you want.
Pretty much, yeah. I'll probably buy the island. You know what I'm saying? Give it back to the people. You know what I mean?
Ooh, fire.
Yeah, man. Free Puerto
Would
Rico.
you make it into a country, or would you leave it as a territorial place for the United States? Though
It should be a country.
Good for you. I love that. I think so too.
And I think if you read the book, War on All Puerto Ricans, you will understand.
I never read that book.
It's a hard book to get through.
Okay.
Hard book to get through.
I mean, I never read the book, but I definitely co-sign on what you're saying on giving Puerto Rico its actual space as a country. You know?
because it was stolen.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah.
Okay. What else are we doing with the card though?
What else?
Before you give it back.
That's it. That's all I could think of at the
Okay.
moment. Probably just feed people. Yeah.
I love the humbleness.
I try.
I love the humbleness. I
try.
love that.
Yeah, but the
Okay.
first thing would be to pay everybody's bills, though.
Take care of
That's
everybody.
a big thing, yeah.
Okay.
So nobody can say, that I didn't take care of them. You know what I'm saying? I think I just paid all your bills.
I'm dead. I was like, you don't got to worry about another light bill in your life.
That's what I'm saying. Like, imagine that, yeah.
Free Wi-Fi forever.
Yeah, forever.
Forever, ever. Okay. All right. So you going to give the card back?
I'm giving the card
Anything
back,
else?
Yeah. Nah, we
Good?
good.
All right, we Gucci. All
Yeah,
right. Shout out to action figures. Staying
try.
humble, but still making big moves, though.
I tried, man.
Big moves. All right, so I guess you said you were into, obviously, the wrestling culture. Who I know you mentioned Rey being, one of your favorite influences. I guess if you had to pick an era for wrestling where you feel like it was at its prime.
I came up during the Attitude Era. So
What's that?
So that's like the Stone Cold era, The Rock, Triple H, Big Show, Kane, Undertaker.
What's that, like
It's
2000s?
Yeah, so it's
like early 2000s,
yeah,
right?
so it's like 98 to about 2000, 97, like 96 to about 2001 was the Attitude Era. But then at the same time, during that time, you had like the NWO, you had, which was WCW. Then you had ECW, which was my favorite shit.
ECW?
Yeah, it's
What's that?
Extreme Championship Wrestling. So like
what makes it extreme?
So they do like barbed wire matches. You know what I'm saying? They hit people with like trash cans. Like fans used to go to the shows and bring items that they want to give the wrestlers to hit other wrestlers with. Like somebody brought like a Super Nintendo at one point. And somebody got slammed. Got a Super Nintendo slammed over there.
That's wild.
Yeah. But yeah.
That's wild. Okay. So this is called the Attitude Era.
Yeah, Attitude Era.
So wait, WWF didn't use barbed wire? I don't know. When I think of barbed wires, I think of Mankind.
Yeah. They use barbed wires, but they ain't extreme like ECW. The ring ropes would be barbed wire. They would do like explosion matches and like set you on fire.
So you basically like signed the contract, like you may die tonight, but like
you may get hurt.
Oh my God.
And people did that for your entertainment, yours and mine. Yeah.
So I have a quick question. I know you're building the beats and you're making the music, but does action figure know how to actually wrestle?
Nah.
Damn.
Nah.
I was hoping.
I was trying. Like I would like somebody like asked me one time outside of a show. They're like, "Yo, do you really wrestle?" And I was like, yeah. I was like, hell yeah.
Dead.
And they were like, "Oh shit, yo, where do you wrestle?" I was like,
I can't say yes.
I'm just fucking with you. Yo. Like I'm just playing, yo. My bad, yo. I got a weird sense of humor. Yo.
I'm done.
It was at this moment that he knew. He fucked up.
All right, so at least you're honest.
Yeah.
All right.
Nah. I respect the art of wrestling.
Okay.
So I like the wrestling community has embraced me. I got like peoples that I'm cool with in wrestling. Like you know what I'm saying? Shout outs to like my guy Enzo Amore, who's from Jersey.
Okay.
Shout outs to Sabu, you know what I mean? I just did an event before and I was tabling next to Mark Henry. So we were chilling with Nation of Domination.
Okay.
So it was cool. You know what I mean?
Okay.
And we got a song called Nation of Domination on Wrestling School. So I showed them a CD and they was fucking with it. So
dropping all the gems.
Yeah, a little something.
So we talked a little bit about certain projects. You talked about Wrestling School, some new music that's coming on.
Yeah.
Comic book.
Yeah.
Anything else that I feel like, because we do have only about like 10 minutes and some change.
Gotcha.
Anything else that we didn't mention, like projects that are like upcoming projects?
So right now, obviously, Wrestling School is out right now.
Yes.
I got to put out, we did release some music videos. So I've been kind of like concentrating on the visual art aspect a little bit.
Okay.
So we did a video that we released in September, but WWE flagged it. So WWE.
Did you say the name?
Nah.
How did it get flagged?
My director, shout out to Karsh Kappa, by the way. He put in a Dusty Rhodes clip in the video, and Dusty Rhodes is a legendary wrestler. So that's why the video got striked and taken down. But and it was doing numbers. It was almost at 1,000 in 2 days, which was even a lot for me. So they striked our video down. So we figured out a way to, chop that part down.
Okay.
And so we're gonna re-release the video.
Good.
There's a plan, but as of right now, I do got a video coming from Wrestling School. It's with Jay Rhymes. There's a song called Ruthless Aggression that should be coming soon. And then right at the next project that I'm dropping is a project with my young Padawan of a, you know what I'm saying? a producer by the name of Wolverine. He's 22. He's from Queens. He's one of my favorite producers. He's one of the illest ever. And yeah, we're doing a full project, 6 songs. It's called Luchadors Going Platinum Was Destined to Come.
That's dope.
So we're doing the playoff of Big Pun. You know, Latin's Going Platinum Was Destined to Come, but now we switched it to Luchadors Going Platinum. So
I love that.
yeah. So we've been doing a lot of we've been doing a lot of visual art to it too. I got a video coming, like I got a ballerina in it.
Really?
Yeah.
Yo, we're just getting real creative. I love it.
We're doing some real we're doing something different, and she's wearing a lucha mask too. So yeah.
That's actually really cool. So
Blending
it's a ballerina wearing a luchador mask, luchadora, because it's a female.
Yeah.
And I think that's really
and
cool.
she's a woman of color too. So
that is dope.
yeah,
That is dope.
Panamanian. And she's on Broadway too. So you know what I'm saying? Yeah. She's
So when we drop in this music video, though.
can't say that, but
Okay,
it's coming,
but it's coming.
soon. It's coming soon.
So I guess my next question.
Enjoy the holidays, but just
Enjoy
know
the
that
holidays.
that a bomb is dropping. So.
2024. Okay.
There's
So
a tsunami coming.
I guess
there's a lot of things coming.
because we're not dropping the dates for this, let's let people know where they can find you. Like, what does the Instagram name look like? What's these handles look like so that we can look forward to these projects?
Simple to keep it. Yeah, it's all Action Figure 973.
All of it.
Yeah. So the Twitter, the IG, Apple Music, Spotify, everything. Action Figure 973. It all comes up.
Action Figure 973.
Yeah, so it's the IG, yeah. So
Okay.
yeah.
And one question that I didn't ask ask you. You talked about performing.
Mm-hmm.
Could you share with people, like the audience right now, how did you feel the first time you performed in the mask? Like, what did that feel? Were you nervous? Like, do you feel like you gained more confidence?
I'm always nervous before I do anything. 'Cause
Okay.
you gotta. That's just. You'd be too. You. I've always learned that if you're never nervous, like it's not gonna. You're gonna just be cocky.
Mm-hmm.
So you're gonna have a bad show if you go and do it not nervous. But I like being nervous before shows. Okay. But when I first performed, when I first played beats, I was like, all right, here it goes, you know, and my life changed. So it's just it's been. I never thought I was gonna do it because the plan wasn't to perform in it.
Yeah.
I wanted to kind of just be, you know, like in the distant. But, you know, I got brought out, yeah. So yeah.
Okay. So you're nervous at first, but you end up executing anyway.
As soon as the button plays, if I'm rhyming, as soon as the beat plays, that all goes away.
Okay.
And if I'm playing beats, as soon as I hit the space bar, that's when it all goes away.
Let's go.
Yeah.
I love it.
And it's go time.
Love it. I got 2 more questions for you, my friend.
Yes.
One of them is like, let's show Action Figure's possible vulnerable side. If you could share like maybe a time where you made a beat or a time you collaborated and made music, or maybe a time you were performing and it didn't go your way. You know, how did we overcome that? Like, what happened? You know, and I feel like this is where we show like we're human. We're not perfect.
This is kind of this date in June. I did a beat battle.
Okay.
And I ended up losing the beat battle. I ended up taking 3rd in the beat battle.
Okay.
And shout out to my guy War, who puts on it's called Maximum Output. Shout out to Astra. They put this beat battle together, and I lost the battle, but what I gained from losing the battle is like I won. So it didn't go my way, but I ended up getting in contact through there with another artist, doing, you know, music and getting put onto other events, and that kind of introduced me to more people, and it put more eyes on the product. So even though I lost, I felt like I won.
Okay.
So yeah.
So if you could share an advice to anyone that is coming up into the game, especially like hip hop or maybe in general, any type of music, what advice would you give that person or group or whoever it may be?
It's just, you know, have fun, and at the same time, remember your why. Remember why you wanted to do it, you know?
Yes.
Remember why you wanted to make a beat. Remember why, you know, like what drove you to that, you know?
Yeah.
Always remember that.
So stay true.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, love that. And my last question that I'm gonna ask you is, what do we eventually want Action Figure to be? Like, where do we want to see ourselves in 5 to 10 years? Like, what is the purpose of this?
Oh man, I just want to just have fun and just put out music and just put it out my own way, not have to go through any label or anything. I don't mind doing it myself. I want to stay independent. Like, I don't.
Would you make your own label?
Yeah, of course. I would
Okay.
love to do that. Like, I would love to just put out my own product, and I like going to the post office and shipping things. Like, I don't mind doing like those like tedious things.
Like, I want no middleman.
Yeah, 100%, 100%. Like, I just want to stay as independent as possible. you know?
Okay.
So yeah.
So even if, I don't know, what's Drake's label called?
OVO.
OVO. If OVO came through, it was like,
It
yo,
would have
I
to-
want to sign you.
It would have to be a one-time thing, and it's only that. Yeah, it
Wow.
would just have to be that.
Okay.
It would have to just be a one-time thing. It can't be a thing where you hold on to me forever. Nah.
Like, nah, yo.
Nah.
I'm on myself.
Yeah. Like,
Okay.
if you're gonna invest and put up money into it, I will gladly do an album for you. But you don't own me. You own that. And even then, I still get money from that. But,
Interesting.
yeah. So,
Okay. I love that.
Yeah.
So we eventually just want to stay independent no matter what, 5 to 10 years.
No matter what.
And I guess, like, what
And I
type
just
of...
want to just get better and just,
Okay.
like, just become bigger and bigger. You know what I'm saying?
All right.
I'm on that, like, ICP, Tech 9 kind of
Okay.
thing where they tour and do their own thing. And, yeah.
And I don't think I asked you this. If you were able to collaborate with any artist, no strings attached, because, being under a label is one thing, but imagine you had the choice to collaborate with anyone. And this could be a producer, a singer, an artist. And I would say dead or alive too.
Uh-huh.
And I'm going to give you 3 options because I feel like it's hard sometimes just picking one.
Yeah.
What does that look like for us?
If I had, like, a dream collab, it would probably be, like, a West Side Gun or Conway.
Okay.
Dead, probably Mac Miller. I'll go Mac Miller. That's one of my
I love
favorites.
Mac Miller.
Yeah, me too, man.
Yeah.
I cried when he died.
Shout out to Pittsburgh.
Yeah.
For real, for real.
A
Love Mac
lot of love
Miller.
out there. Yeah, I love Pittsburgh.
What's your favorite Mac Miller song?
Kool-Aid and Frozen Pizza.
Oof, fire,
Yeah.
fire. I think that was off
And-
Kids, right?
Yeah,
no,
yeah.
Was it Kids?
That
What
was Kids, yeah. Kids
Yeah.
Incredibly Dope shit, yeah.
Yeah.
And then, Swimming was probably my favorite album of his. Thought Swimming was incredible. That and Divine Feminine was really good too.
Love that. I love that you mentioned Mac Miller because I feel
Yeah.
like I have a lot of guests and artists that come through these doors. You were the first one to say Mac Miller.
Really?
Yeah,
Wow.
and I love
yeah.
Mac Miller because
Yeah,
I feel
yeah,
like,
yeah.
not for nothing, I feel like he kind of gave and people might come for me for this, but I do feel like Ariana Grande, especially that last album, I don't really follow her that much, but like I feel like Mac Miller helped give her a little bit more swag. When it came down to her
Definitely,
music, I was like,
definitely.
there's no way you knew how to do this by yourself. Like, I don't know.
Yeah. And Mac was a genius. So,
For real. Like his
like,
Tiny Desk, fire.
Yeah.
Fire.
Can't listen to 2009 without shedding tears. And
Rest
it's
in
insane
peace.
because ultimately that's what, like, the things he's talking about is what ended up killing him. You know what I mean? It's sad.
It is
It's
sad.
sad the way he died.
It is definitely sad.
Yeah.
But I love that you kept his name alive during this interview.
Because
So
I had made a beat one time and I was like, and I heard it and I was like, damn, this just sounds like hella Mac Miller-ish. And it just made me like tear up a little bit because I was like, damn. I was like, well, that's never happening. So it was like, it was
Action
one of
Figure got
those.
emotions.
Yeah.
He got
hell yeah.
emotions.
Hell yeah, nah, like it's deep. Like Mac Miller is one of those like things that like was really positive and he was really good and he did everything and I just like that. He was well rounded.
Okay.
You know what I mean? And he was a Beatles fan too. You know what I mean?
He
I fucks with
was.
the Beatles. So
He
you know what I mean?
was. He was. I like the Beatles too.
Yeah, I fucks with John Lennon.
How you feel about Yoko Ono? You think she
she's
broke up the band?
Yeah, of course.
Right?
Women always break up the band.
I don't think women always break
women
up the
always-
band.
Nah, I mean, there's other things, but women always break up the band.
I just feel like she should have never been inside the studio with them. Like she
Yeah.
should have let them rock. And I don't like. I mean, I don't know Yoko Ono. I don't know her off a can of paint.
You ever seen her perform?
Yes, where she's just like screaming in the microphone. I was waiting to see if you knew about that. Anybody who's watching this right now, if you want to see something, I wouldn't even say that's unhindered. That shit is just like wild.
Yo, but definitely listen to it low. Do not blast your headphones, your earbuds.
You'll scare people in your house.
Yeah.
That shit was just wild to me. I was like, that's what I'm saying.
Haunting. That shit is
I feel like that broke up the Beatles. They were like, yo, what's up with you, man? Yeah, it was just, a wild time. But I could talk. That's another segment. Because I do know that our time is very limited.
Absolutely.
But again, Action Figure, I do appreciate you so much coming onto the show. I appreciate you so much. I do want to invite you again back onto the show. More stories.
Hell yeah.
I want to see this comic book come to life. I'm trying to see it all. I want to see the music video with the ballerina and the luchador mask. I am here for this.
Yeah.
But before we got
a lot of interesting things coming.
That part.
Yeah.
But before I let you go, my friend, if you could please share with the audience, again, where they can find you. What's that handle look like?
Yo, so you can find me Action Figure 973. I'm on Bandcamp. I'm on Apple Music, Spotify, all DSPs, on Instagram. I'm on Twitter, and I'm very accessible, and I'm always on, and I'm always responsive. So
let's go.
Yeah.
He's available. Also, if you want to give any last minute shout outs, my friend.
Yeah, so I want to shout out my crew, Kibo Heedy, Eric the Red, War Ready, O's, Lido, my wife, obviously, I love you to death.
Oh.
You already know Miss Action Figure. You know what I mean? Just all the people in the chat. Hella love, yo. Yeah. Thank you for having me. Also, I gotta shout out Marvin too, man.
Yeah.
I hit him up and I was like, yo, like I've been looking for like interviews, and I've had like a difficult time getting them, and he was like, yo, you're a legend. How? So shout outs to him, man. So for setting this up too, and
definitely,
this is a dope time.
Definitely made this happen. He showed me you, and I was just like, oh, this will actually be dope, and then that's why I hit you up. Made it happen.
Absolutely.
Networking happens, my friends.
I appreciate that.
Of course. And also, everybody that's in the check-in right now, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe the YouTube channel. Especially if you like content like this. This is all about unhindered empowerment. We support the community, okay? We support whatever you're trying to do. As long as it's positive and is making a difference, hey, let's collab. Let's be a guest on the Mina Mendoza Show. So yeah, shout out to Bravery Studios, where we're making it happen. And that's pretty much the end of our show. Do you got any last minute messages to the viewers?
Just stay tuned.
Stay tuned. Facts. Definitely stay tuned.
Yeah.
But that's all I got for you today. Catch me next Thursday at 7 p.m. You already know where you can find me, and that's it. It's your girl Mina Mendoza, little girl, big personality, queen of spice. Take us out of here, Marv.